Hi, my name is Michaela and I consent to being recorded.
Hi, my name is Amraj Thiyar, and this is my informative speech on the sexual education reform. Social media is something we all likely use. It provides us moments of laughter, thrills, and the leading sexual reformer among our youth. In a time where the world of technology is seemingly ever growing and provides limitless amounts of information, the Journal of Media Literacy indicates that the youth claim to gain the bulk of their knowledge from what they see in media and television. Our country is currently undergoing sexual education reforms to change how sexual education is taught in many classes. As college students today who have grown up with media and abstract television our entire lives, we should be able to say that some of this information may be impressionable for young minds. Key points in my speech will include the backgrounds of both of these courses and how the government has affected these courses. Second is the media's effect on these courses and the depth of knowledge gained in these classes. Third is if the students are positively impacted by the course and if it leaves general knowledge for them to have in their lives. The thesis statement. While comprehensive and absence-only sexual education are both practiced, the progressive learning methods of CLE learning intertwine more with the lives of K-12 students in terms of media and television. However, absence only has been reigning supreme among sexual courses taught in the U.S., as the federal government has funded over $1.5 billion to this education style since 1996, according to the ABA. The background of both of these courses. In 1980, the HIV crisis boosted sexual education courses all over the world, generating fear that teens will catch a deadly virus from having sex. This fear was hence implemented in abstinence-focused courses to teach kids to refrain from sex, preaching ideals that even condoms are dangerous, correlating condom usage to playing with a loaded handgun. Comprehensive sexual education seeks to give children age-appropriate information that covers topics present in media and in their lives. Abstinence-focused education was a rough draft of sexual education. It laid some groundwork on which to build ideas. However, its history of absent information creates for a less than subpar class style with how students are today. This lack of information is the premise of which our youth must seek to find their knowledge elsewhere. We must acknowledge that when media is present, the youth have the capability to access any media from the click of their finger and to address these ideas. In the past, there has been a dark notion over teaching our youth about many different ideals of sexual education, how all these ideals will likely corrupt them to ask questions about their sexual health, sexual knowledge, and sexuality. However, comprehensive sexual education promotes ideals, appropriately informing students age-appropriate information and with unique characteristics of sexual health in hopes to have well-informed and mature students. To be more progressive, it does not hurt to be more knowledgeable, to have more depth on certain information. Living in a society where cancel culture is a unique way to socially cut people off, ruin their careers because of sexual crime and other poor sexual awareness. The world is ruled by technology, especially to the youth, so we should embrace an education style that more caters to these students. And the most important thing is how are these students affected by the course they just took. Class curriculums regarding such topics should be tailored to students within the course. Students should be learning in an environment that is comfortable and normal to them. The Journal of Media Literacy had conducted research with 8th grade classes. The students had undergone MOE training, media literacy education, comprised on the ideals of comprehensive sexual education. These courses concluded various tests in which they could input their media literacy knowledge. These students showed effective results in all facets of the exercise. Class reforms should base themselves not off votes, but the results and impact the courses leave on the students. A summary of my points is the difference of these education courses and what are their ideals and methodologies. How does the media affect these education styles and the depth of the information present? And how are these students benefiting from their knowledge and applying these ideals in their everyday lives? Call to action. As college students, we have a voice in leading a progressive movement of educational reform. It is our duty to make sure the generations coming after us may prosper in knowledge.